Hi guys, I am back for another video for a change. It's been a long time, for real. So let's get into it. I had this idea. I was actually still looking through stuff. I was looking through all of my old makeup and I was like, you know what? This makeup kind of sparked it all, okay? This was my go-to for so many years. And then I was like, you know what I should do is make a makeup look like I did back in the day. You know, I wanted to test it out. Like, hey, is it easier to do it that way than it was before or what? So like, I don't know. I just decided this is what we're gonna do today. And sorry, this is kind of a weird like coming back with me video. I'm really still trying to work on some organization projects and things, but I wanted something easy. I wanted to ease back into the process of doing videos again since I've been slacking for so long. So let's get started. Some of the products are a little bit different. I'm doing this as I would do my makeup in 2004, but there are some altered changes because of the fact that I don't have those exact products. I have this one, which is pretty close to what I was aiming for. 2004, I would do CoverGirl Basic Foundation Liquid, okay? Don't have that. I was like, if I purchase, it's like the Clear Skin or whatever one, but I'm like, if I purchase it, most likely I'm not going to use it again, so it's really wasteful. I didn't want to like waste a bunch of stuff. So I did find this really ancient one. We're just going to use this because I did use this from 2007, I believe, for like maybe till 2012, so it was a while. I used this one for a while. So we're going to use this today. I'm going to try to use the same techniques I use, which is mostly my hands. I didn't use a lot of brushes. I found this Ancient Lip Slicks, which is basically like a kind of like a little bit of a gloss, but a little bit of tint, very subtle. Another ancient product of mine. I used the CoverGirl brand of this, but it was basically like a concealer stick. So some things have not changed that much. A lot of things have. And then I don't have the exact palette, so I'm having to do a little alteration here. It was something that looked very similar to this one, but it was the Maybelline version of the Trio, but it was like white, gray, and black. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I will look it up and put it on the screen too. But that's what it was. So that's what that was versus this. Sorry, I just realized I'm like, this looks familiar, but I feel like it was more square. And that's why it was more square, because it was something different. But it was the Maybelline version of this. I will look that up and put it on the screen. So what I'm doing today in substitution of that is because I have this other ancient item that things I should have thrown out many, many years ago. I bought one of these back in the day. Does anyone know about these? This is the e.l.f. version. It's like 88 colors or whatever. First rainbow palette. Anyway, and you can tell I've barely used any of these. Like, obviously I wasn't super experimental with makeup, but what I'm going to do is use these colors down here to like emulate what that palette looks like. That way we're still on the same path. What else? I did use the little spongy things, but I was looking, I think I must have thrown away all of those sponges. So now I'm using brushes. Like, I mean, who am I now? Anyway, so I don't have any sponges either. So we're going to have to fake it on using a brush, but we're kind of going to get the concept of what I looked like in 2004 and how bomb I think I looked. I don't have oh my gosh, I'm just like, it's mostly a video of fails like my life. You know what I mean? So I have a liquid black eyeliner because I don't have a pencil black eyeliner. I'm just screwing this up, you guys, but I didn't want to buy a bunch of stuff too that like I might not ever wear again. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go with kind of what I have, things I might not be using all the time. I have a pressed powder here. I used to use the CoverGirl pressed powder that went along with the foundation. So that was like my jam. I didn't use a primer. You know, I think that was pretty much it. I didn't do my brows, so you won't see that. Oh, and then I did use the Great Lash mascara, and I actually still have one of these. So I'm going to use that for the mascara. So let's get started. I did have clean hands before I touched all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're fine. Okay. I wouldn't have cleaned them back in the day. We're fine. Okay. So what I would do is just go ahead and take my foundation, squirt it in my hand. I was gonna say, if it comes out, okay, it's so crusty. No, I'm just kidding. So this is what it looks like. The CoverGirl one was more watery, and I remember that. So that was probably the primary difference. This one's more like a BB cream, but it used to do such an amazing job. Now what I realized, like, I feel like I kind of like using my hands, but I feel like I'm also losing a lot of product here. I feel like my hands are absorbing a ton of product. And my face used to be a lot clearer. I know, insane, right? When I was a teenager, I had really, like, early teens had really terrible skin. Actually worse than it is now, surprisingly enough. And then, like, a lot of acne and stuff. And then it got better. And then, you know, so when, like, 2004, like, when I was a high schooler, it was, like, really coming along. Like, it looked really good at that point. I didn't have all these issues, you know? And then now I have rosacea, which basically kind of is like adult acne with, like, rosy dry patches. So that's fun. That's a new fun thing, you know, that life has thrown me. So that's why my skin's all crusty and dusty all the time. Anyway, it's always on the nose too, which is the hard part to fix. Anyway, I think I need more here, here, and here. Like, basically this section is absorbing all my product. So I'm just gonna go back to squeezing that in. So I was gonna give you kind of an update on what's been going on. So the last time you guys heard from me was when I went to go visit my dad. That was a fun trip. I got to bond with everybody and it felt good, you know, like, to see everybody and reconnect a little bit again, and, you know, that was awesome. So I came back, I'm, like, super tired, you know, whatever, and then, like, literally 2 minutes later, we had to go to Vegas. And I planned on doing a vlog of that because I thought it'd be really fun, but, like, there was just so much happening, and I felt like, I don't know, I'm, like, you know, new at this, and I felt kind of weird about being like, oh, you guys are on a vlog, everybody look at the vlog, and, you know what I mean? Like, everybody act natural, you know. I felt kind of weird about it, and then I didn't end up doing a lot of video like I wanted to. Oh, my God, my nose is so dry. So I didn't end up doing a lot of video like I wanted to. Like, I was really insecure about it, you know? Like, even when I did my friend's wedding video, I was like, oh my God, like, I suck. You know, it's like, I don't know, like, for me, I don't know if anybody else has this anxiety about it, but, like, this is why I couldn't be a photographer. It's like, I love taking pictures, but I hate, like, the process of it. Like, if I don't know a person really well, like, being like, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of you, or even if I do know them, like, I feel awkward, like a creeper or something. Like, if I'm like, hey, I'm taking pictures, you know, or something like that, everybody stand for a picture. I don't know why I'm like that. I, like, have anxiety about stupid crap, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, my life. So I didn't end up doing a lot of, like, pictures, or as many pictures as I wanted to, and I didn't do as many videos as I wanted to, and I felt like if I posted it would be stupid, because there's, like, I'm using so much product, by the way, and this is not helping. I feel like my face is just eating all of the product. So this is probably not the best product for me anymore for a reason. Or it's just the fact that I'm using my hands and it's eating all the product. But yeah, so I don't know, I just didn't feel like myself, you know? And, also, I've just had a lot of other stuff going on. So, like, right before I went on the trip, like, the first trip, I had gone to the doctor, and I've been trying to figure out, like, this is so personal, so heads up on this. If everybody's, like, TMI gross, you can click out. But, like, I've been having, like, really abnormal periods and things, like, they don't come for long periods of time, and then and then I think I'm like, oh man, am I pregnant, or what's happening? And then I'm not, and then I'm trying to figure it out, and then I'll have, like, a period that lasts, like, super long, and I'm like, what the heck is going on with me? You know, it's, like, not been like this, you know, like, forever. You know, I've never had this happen, you know, kind of weird thing. So I've been like trying to seek help about that, and I kind of started it last year, and then it's one of those things like, I don't know, I just kind of was like being lazy about it, and then I didn't really follow up on it. And then this year I was like making it a goal, like I have to investigate this because it's like impacting me and I hate it. And like I would like to have kids, I'm getting older, you know, and you know, it's just stressful to like not know, you know, what's going on with you. So I finally started to investigate it this year, and then that stirred up a whole bunch of other things. Okay, I'm back. So basically, I don't know how long this camera's gonna last. We might end up taking a longer break in a little bit, but I've like paused, checked all my batteries, and most of my batteries are dead. So, this is me trying to do YouTube. Oh my gosh, you would think after all these months I would have time to charge the batteries. Has not happened. Okay, so let's get back to the story. So I finally this year decided I'm going to take initiative. I'm going to go find out like part of my goal. I didn't really write that on my board, my vision board, because I was like, it's kind of personal and like, I don't, you know, I don't want to put that all over the internet. But at this point in my life, I'm like, okay, shit's been going on. I got to tell people what's going on. So anyway, because my goal this year is to have a kid. So thus these things lead up together, you know? So, I've been working on trying to figure out what's going on. So then I go in, they say, hey, you know, your blood sugar is really high. So that can also, well, it wasn't really high, but your A1C that they do, which is your 3-month average, is higher than it should be. And it hasn't been like that before, but they're like, you know, these things, your insulin resistance and PCOS can go kind of hand in hand. So basically we would put you on metformin, which is a medication that kind of helps with both situations. So I was like, okay, cool, great, you know, which I did not want to hear this news, but it is what it is in life. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I have to deal with it, you know? So and I'm not good at taking pills, and like, I suck at that too. So it's like, here I am, you know? So I was working on that. So that's a new thing for me, because I have to take pills that I've never had to take before. Sorry. Back in the day, I used to just put this concealer on spots. I'm just going to basically lather it on my whole face because it's all jacked up. Anyway, so, and under my under eye. So then that was going on. And, you know, so then I'm like doing stuff that I've not been doing before, like meds and, you know, anyway. So I've been getting that together, and they're like, oh, what we should do also is get an ultrasound of like your organs and things, you know, female organs. That way we can tell if you have any cysts on your ovaries, because that goes along with PCOS. So I went in for that. This is all, mind you, like around my, like, okay, so diagnosis right before my dad's trip, the ultrasound right around my dad's trip too. Like, so, you know, I was like particularly stressed. Like, I have a trip coming up. I've got to go into the doctor multiple times. I've got to have all these weird things, you know? And, so they're like, yeah, go in for that, blah, 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 blah. So I go in for that. They don't find any cysts, which is great news. I'm like, the whole time, I'm such a spaz, like, hypochondriac person in my mind, because I was like, oh my God, for sure there are cysts on me, because I had hooked up with Dr. WebMD before I went into Don't Recommend, and then had done all this research on like, okay, what do these cysts look like, and blah, blah, like on an ultrasound, what would that look like, because I'm a psycho. And when I went in for my test, the whole time I was like looking at myself on the monitor, like all the things she's doing, and I was like, oh my God, those are cysts. Those are cysts. So I panicked myself the whole time, flipped out, found out there are no cysts. Okay, so great news, right? I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness. Like, I don't have these cysts, because I'm like, well, what does this mean? Like, if I have these cysts, like, what does that mean? You know, what does that mean for me? You know, so they're like, oh, you don't have these cysts. That's the good news. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And they're like, but the bad news is you do have a polyp in your uterus. I was like, a polyp? And I'm thinking like a colon polyp. Sometimes it's like benign, but sometimes it can be cancerous. So, you know, I'm like, oh my God, what does that mean? Is it like the same type of situation? So they're like, I think it's benign, but at the same time, you might want to get it removed because it could like interfere with things, and it has the potential to be cancerous later down the road. And So I was like, okay, well, when can I get in to do that? And that ended up being like after my trip with my dad, you know? It was gonna have to be after that. So the whole time I'm on my trip, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to come back and I have to like have a freaking surgery, and I've like never had surgery, you know? So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so scary, you know, I'm just like freaking out, and you know, I like most normal people would do, I'm assuming. And then so I don't know, I was just like, but I have to get it done, I have to just be brave and get over it, you know? So I go in and get do my dad's trip, get back, and then like 2 weeks later we had to go for the wedding to Vegas, and then I was stressing about that the whole time. So like as soon as I get back, it's pretty much like gonna be happening, I just know it. So it got scheduled. Surgery went fine. I mean, that's the good news. Okay, like let's sum this up a little bit. Surgery went fine. They got it. It ends up it was not cancerous. So I mean, thank the goodness. You know what I mean? Like it ends up it was not as bad as it could have been. But like, have you ever just felt like, I mean, I really believe this, and I don't want to believe this because I try not to be a pessimistic person, but like sometimes I just am. I feel like you just have years that just, and I'm putting fluff on my face, that just suck. You know what I mean? Like I feel like 2014 was a really crappy year for me, and I feel like this year is like also a really crappy year. Like I've had some highlights that have been great, but I mean, I feel like in general I've had a lot of negative stuff happen, and I just feel like it's just that year for this. So, I don't know, I've been kind of just out of things because I'm like, there's just been a lot of stuff going on. My mind's not in the right place. And I haven't been myself, you know? So my vision board idea just sucks. Like, nothing on there got accomplished. I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm trying not to blame the process because I think if I didn't have like 125 other things going on that have happened this year, then maybe it would have been a more productive vision board. But you know, it is what it is. All you can do is just kind of work better on it. We still have 6 months. So if I get anything accomplished on my vision board, I'm going to be freaking amazed at myself. So yeah, my battery's dying again. So we might be taking a break. But I just wanted to give you guys like a kind of a heads up on what's been going on in the background because I feel bad. Like I'm like, yes, I want to post every Sunday, and I was getting really good at it. And then it's like, gone. You never hear from me again. Like, I'm like, what? And every weekend I'm like, I should do a video. And I was like, but what am I going to do? And I'm stressed about something else. So then I would just kind of like blow it off. And I just feel bad, you know, because I really wanted to get on board. And like, how are you going to get 100, you know, like, how are you going to do well on YouTube if you're just like not doing it? You know what I mean? Stupid. So what I was just doing earlier is because this powder here, first off, like, for some reason went well, the formula is not that great. I had to, like, scrape it a little bit, like, the top was too smooth, and I couldn't get any powder out, and then I used these cotton rounds, because, you know, back in the day, you had, like, the little powder puffs. I don't have any of those anymore, because I don't use them, but I'm trying to be as authentic as possible, so I kind of just scratched in here to make some loose powder, or to make it, like, actually come out of the pan, and then use the cotton round to put it on my face, and then, back in the day, I would just powder my whole face. So everything was like super matte. That's kind of what I'm doing now. But sorry, that was like a big long spiel, but I mean, I hope you guys can understand, like, just, it's been dramatic, and like, I mean, I guess all those things kind of like, you know, it makes sense, like, you know, when you're trying to get your life together, and I'm happy to report that I feel like things are more under control than they were, so that's good. Like, I feel like when I check my blood sugar, it's better, and, you know, like, I'm having, you know, I don't have any of those, like, female symptoms, so that's kind of good. So I'm hoping that that means that things are getting better. I feel like my diet and exercise routine could use a lot of improvement. I'm not gonna lie on that, like, a lot of improvement. And I don't know, now that I've said, like, all this negatives, I mean, there's been other things, too. It's, like, one of those things, like, where every minute something is going wrong. Like, this breaks, this costs a crap ton of money, like, right, okay, so right here, I have a filling there. 2 times I've had it break. It hasn't broken in 8 years, okay? I had to fill 8 years ago. It didn't break, and then until all of a sudden, like, just, I woke up, and I'm like, what's that? Oh, it's my filling, it's in my mouth. So it's like just been small little things. Like every week, it's like something new going on. It's really annoying. Like I'm just getting over it. Like very beginning of the year, I was just checking my account and was like, what's this? Like, what's that? And I was like, okay, I didn't spend all this money. Like, I get this notification, like, you spent $300. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm in bed. I didn't spend $300. Like, I look, it's like fraud, and I had to open a new account. It's like anything that can happen to me, I feel like has been happening to me. You know what I mean? It's like that trip, like, that was a crapshoot. Like, it's just been a lot going on. But, like, I'm hoping, because I did have some good moments, like the wedding, amazing. Vegas trip, so much fun. Like we just, his brother threw up, sorry I keep picking my face, like this makeup doesn't feel good. Just, I'm doing this for you guys, okay? It doesn't feel good. I probably should toss it. But the, his brother was turning 40 this year, so he wanted to throw a prom-themed birthday party. Amazing. So much fun. So it means like these highlights have been coming, and then it's like all these crappy things have been happening in between, and I'm like, okay, just get through the crap to get to a positive thing. So I'm like so hoping that the next 6 months are so nice. Like, please give me positive things. Like, I mean, anyway, I still have 6 months to work on the vision board. I'm not perfect. Like, I guess that's the moral to today's story. I'm not perfect, and I kind of just wanted to play with makeup and give you guys an update. But I came up with this as I said, because I was like cleaning out my drawer and I'm like, what is this? I used to wear this all the time. Let me put it on my face. And it's super expired. So not recommended. Don't recommend wearing super old makeup because I'm feeling really itchy right now. And I'm not normally allergic to stuff. So it is what it is. I'll wash my face later. It's fine. But I mean, my face is already jacked up anyway. What's the harm? You know what I mean? So, what we're going to do next, we got the powder on, we did concealer and foundation. That was like my normal routine. And then for eyebrows, I didn't really do anything with my eyebrows. I didn't even like, guys, I didn't even trim them. I didn't do anything. This is like, if I can even get them brushed in the way that they normally sit, like to show you how stupid like this looks. Like, guys, why do my brows grow like this? Like, look at that. Look how dumb that looks. This is how my brows naturally grow. In, like, this stupid upward motion and pointy. So, like, the only thing I would really do back in the day is I would go, like, I would just flatten them out. Because I'm like, okay, be in a shape. And then I would be like, okay. And then the really popular thing to do, sorry, I'm looking in the mirror behind you guys, was to put clear mascara on them to like keep them that shape. I don't have clear mascara, so we're going to improvise. This is kind of gross, okay? So just work with me here. As you know, I have no standards on some things. Okay, clean, tiny little brush. And then I'm going to put this like chapstick, because it's the only thing I can think that's kind of like the same consistency. I don't have a clear mascara anymore, so I'm just going like this, right? And then I just kind of brushed it in, and it made them kind of wet, which is kind of gross, but this is what I did, you guys. Like, we are living 2004 life right now. Like, how weird is that also that that was 15 years ago? That's sick. And see, I need to shave them right now because you can see they're kind of growing like little loose hairs here, but for the interest of this video, I would not shave them. This is how they would look. Real life, you know? I'm giving you the real here. So, anyway. I mean, the only positive is like my makeup routine was real simple. It was like boom, 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 done. Okay, so next I would do eyeshadow, and then the eyeshadow I would do would be more of that like, so they had the black, they had like a smoky gray, and then they had a white. So I would do like the smoky gray on my whole lid. Let me get a brush here, and then we will just dig into it. I would use the little sponge. I don't have a sponge, so again, we have to do some improvise. Here we go. Okay, so now that I've cleaned that off, now I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm gonna put like this like this kind of gray right here. That's probably the closest match I can think of. It's kind of like a really steel gray. And then I would grab that and I would like douse my powder thing, okay? I'm gonna blow it a little bit because it might get crazy. Oh, let me get in here real quick. And I didn't do primers or anything, so I just like straight up went in. Hold on. Actually, yeah, it was this gray. I had to think about it for a second. Oh, I'm getting so much product on me. And then I would go in with the black, and I would put that in here too. Oh my god. Black is such a mess. And then I would kind of like just go over the whole thing again. Like, I'm not saying I had good techniques, okay? I had no style of technique, okay? We're doing what I was doing. So I'm going over the whole lid. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, what was the point of doing the gray? You know what I mean? If you're going to do the black right over top of it. Didn't think that through. Maybe I was building it up. I don't know. Okay, so... Oh, okay. And then this black is like shedding all over me. Alright. Even with me tapping it on the desk here, it's shedding like crazy. So going over the other eye. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Alright, well, let's do the gray. I've already got black on here, but I feel like it's going to blend in anyway, so what difference does it make? You know what I mean? In the scheme of things. But, so I went back in with the gray. It's going to be mixed in with this black, so... But it's already the way it is, you know? Oh, what a mess, you guys. What a mess. Whoa. I think I went high on that one. Well, I mean, I'm already there. You know what I mean? My philosophy back in the day, my philosophy currently. I've already done it. What am I going to do now, you know? So I'm back in with the black. Went over the whole lid again. Okay. Oh, I feel like this one's so much darker. Like, I must have put way more black on the other one. Okay. We want them to look somewhat even. We don't want them to look great, because they never did look great. But you know what I mean? We just want to... We want realness. I feel like I'm no pro now. I was no pro back then. Like, not a pro, not no po. Anyway, sorry. That sounded weird. Anyway, I was thinking like, no po, like my old town. No, no, not that. Okay, so I'm trying to clean up all this black powder. Insanity. That's just the stuff that fell off of the brush. Okay. Alright, so I don't have too much on me, luckily. Okay, so then after I would do this, then I would, oh, I'm dropping stuff. I would do, the eyeliner. Like, what did I do? What was I doing? Okay, so I did that. Let's get in with that. I'm just using a liquid liner. And then... And then I would tight line it. I mean, if I messed up, I messed up because I still suck at liner, but... Okay, and like, I don't even know what the deal was, because if you think about it, like, I mean, you can barely even tell I have eyeliner on. Oh, but I did go all the way down, too. I didn't go on my waterline. I went in the lash line. Down here. And I want you to imagine this didn't even look quite as good as this because I was using a black pencil. My battery's almost dying again. Like I said, it's not going to last super long because I didn't charge it all the way. Today, hot mess. Okay, so there's one I pretty much done here. I didn't even go in the water line. I'm kind of messing up here, but I was trying to get it really close to the lashes. Because that's what I did back in the day. Okay. Oh boy, that is a smoky eye! Okay. And then see, it's all jacked up here too, but I'm just going to smooth that out with my finger. I would do that current day or previous day. So let's get this eye done if the camera lasts. I'm trying to tackle it this way because the pin's drying out a little bit. Probably from the fact that I'm drawing over this really dry eyeshadow. So it's like not even enough to draw a line. Okay, here we go. Yeah, to connect in the middle too a little bit. Guys, I mean, what a look. What a look, I tell you. I did do the chapstick down here. I'm gonna point my lips really quick. Okay. We're going in with the lip slicks. This is kind of like just a gloss. It smells horrible. No Kylie lip kits in here. Okay, we went there. I'm almost done. Camera, keep making it. And then I would do a little bit of white here, and corner. So let's find a clean brush for that. Let's hope we can make it. Okay, so last step, finishing touches, I would use a white, pure white. Go like right in here. Yas. Oh, and then, yeah, drip it on the middle, because that's perfect. Horribly mess it up. I'm looking behind you really quick. Oh, this is kind of a powdery white. Ugh. Hey guys, I'm back for the finished look. Okay, so while you were gone off camera, I did try to duplicate my hair back in the day. My hair is a little like, you know, needs a wash right now, so it's not the perfect condition for this. So I just basically wear it down. Not a lot changed. The only difference is back then I would like do one of those like comb things that push it back, or this is like the most jacked up my hair's ever looked. Okay, like I used to be able to do this way better. Like it would be a zigzag. Okay, I try to do it with I don't have a comb exactly, so I'm trying to do it with my hand. So as you can tell, you're getting the gist, but it's thinner, and it was like part, and then so it would be like that and then down. So I sucked at hair back then, I suck at hair now. But I can't even do it right now. I think my hair is just like not that cooperative. And also I don't have a comb to be able to duplicate said look. Because fine tooth comb doesn't go through this hair very well. But anyway, so this is the final appearance. You can see this just like basically no brow look. Love that for my life. Kind of like a ghost theme here in the aura of white. And then a lot of black eye product going on. Oh my god, I didn't even do mascara, guys. Who am I? What the you guys just let me forget mascara? Okay, well let me get in on that so you guys can have a real final look. I'm like sitting here like, I feel like there was another step. I mean, it couldn't have been that easy. Like I said, I'm just hoping the rest of this year just really works out better for me. It's just been such a weird year. I mean, does anyone else have this problem? Comment down below if you think it's just like, you have a bad year, you know? Like 2004 was, or 2014 was such a bad year for me. Like, my grandma had cancer, you know, and I knew she was going to pass away, and then I was just, I don't know, you know, you're still caught off guard, especially when they're like a big influence in your life. And so then you have that, and then my mom lived with my grandma, and then she died, and then it was just like unexpectedly out of nowhere, you know what I mean? So like that was really traumatic, and just a lot of weird stuff was happening that year. Sorry, I'm looking at a side mirror because I just did not feel like holding it anymore. But I feel like you get in a rut, you know what I mean? Like everything that can happen happens in that year. And I'm hoping that just maybe I've already had all my experiences this year. We're just gonna be chill now and not have any more issues. That would be the goal. Because like I feel like I've had enough issues this year. But at least, I mean, okay, I'm gonna look at the positive. I know I've been like a negative Nancy this whole time. Sorry, Nancy's out there, but I'm thinking, sorry, I have to clean my hand up. I got mascara all over me. I'm thinking because all this has happened, and I mean, I guess to an extent, it's good that I know what's wrong with me now. I'm going to look at it that way, because like I went for a long time without knowing what was actually wrong with me, and just hoping that it went away. Apparently, that doesn't happen. So learn from me. Don't duplicate said mistake. You know, get yourself checked out if things are not working for you. And just, you know, that way you can get it resolved. So I feel like I probably could have got resolved a long time ago. And, you know, with taking the medication, and it's like, I don't know all the logistics about PCOS, but it seems like both blood sugar and the PCOS kind of go hand in hand. Like maybe having PCOS makes you more insulin resistant, not 100% sure. Either way, like some people that don't even have super high blood sugars might have to be on metformin to help with the PCOS. So, okay, you know, I'm on it. It is what it is, you know? And then eating a better diet's a big thing. So that's one of the things on the vision board I absolutely have to like figure out how to do, and sit down and actually do it. So you might see some videos from me coming up where maybe I'm kind of experimenting with stuff. So if that interests you, let me know. Maybe like doing new recipes and stuff, because I always find that I feel like I don't know what to eat. Like I feel like I'm just bland, eat the same old crap all the time. And then I want to jazz it up, but then I don't know how to do that. So then I'll eat out, and that's not really helping the situation. Because obviously they jazz it up with butter, and other things that aren't really supposed to be on the diet. So let me know if that's something that interests you guys. Hope you liked today's video. I know it's kind of like a Mod Podge. It's like an update slash this is what I looked like in 2004, you know, makeup wise. So kind of a hot mess video, but I just felt like playing with makeup today and being weird, and I felt like you guys might appreciate that. I don't know. Or maybe that, you know, you're going through shit too, you know, like, sorry to be rude, but anyway, you know, like you're going through stuff and you need to vent to someone too, you know, or like, you know, hearing other people have weird problems makes you feel better. I don't know. You know, but hopefully I feel like now that I've vented, I feel like this year can fully go in a good direction. So we're going to hope for that. We're going to send this year bad stuff out, good stuff in. And yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. Feel free to subscribe if you're new and you're just happen to run across this strange video. There actually will be good content coming soon. I have a few videos coming up. I have 2 which I'm working on this weekend as far as hauls. And then I also have some organizational things that I'm working on, because I'm trying to work on some projects around the house, and I will share them with you. So for rejoining me if you are subscribers and you're like wondering what the heck happened to me. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye. Hey, I'm back, you guys. I was just doing some B-roll for this video, and I'm sitting here like, I don't know if I like this look. Do I not like this look? I don't know. It's very reminiscent of my life, because I spent a lot of years looking like this. I'm like, is it a look? Is it a look, as they say? I don't know. I don't know if I could duplicate this on a regular basis since it's so much heavy makeup. But you guys tell me. Do you think this is a look? Should I bring this back. I don't know. So yeah, I just wanted to add that little comment in here. I'm like, is this okay? I don't know. Okay. All right, bye.